Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Long awaited pickup video. So yeah, finally doing it. Uh, a lot of stuff. Just a stupid amount of stuff. So I was actually thinking about just doing an NES pickup video, but I kind of just want to throw all the other odds and sods in as well. And then the next video will just be, or it should just be Super Famicom and some Game Boy stuff. But I thought I'd show all the other bits. I've got some Game Boy stuff as well. A very small amount of Sega stuff, and some 2600. But the main focus on this video is NES. Crazy amount of games. So yeah, right. Let's crack on. On the Megadrive, have arcade classics in spanking condition. A little bit dusty, but superb. And this was only $2.99. And to be honest, I got it mainly for Centipede and Missile Command. So I have both of those on the 2600. But I kind of just wanted to play a slightly better version of them. And yeah, it's cool. Some Mega CD stuff. In that video response I did for Pete's Nestastics sort of clear out video, I didn't actually touch upon some of the systems I have, but the Mega CD is something I'm going to be keeping, and I will occasionally pick up the odd game. It's not too many, to be honest, though, that I'm that interested in. But these seem pretty cool, very cheap. The first one is one that every Mega CD owner probably has. So I've got it now. Road Adventure, spanking condition again. Go around, and we are fully complete. That's it. Yeah, that was $1.99. I couldn't pass up on that really, for the condition as well. So it's, it's all right. And lastly, I think this is almost brand new. Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure. There we go. Yeah, I'm probably not going to have any gameplay clips in this vid, just to keep it short. But yeah, like you see, it's fully complete, amazing condition, and it looks like a pretty good game as well, actually. So that's the Sega stuff. 2600. First one is Video Olympics, with lots of stuff in there. Fully complete. I won't open it. But this also came with 2 standard joysticks and also a set of paddle controllers as well. So that's cool, and it was really cheap as well, from eBay. I forget the price, including postage. I think it's around about £7, something like that. Next up, Action Force, Action Man, in really nice condition. There's the back. I've actually not tried this yet, but we're fully complete. Again, amazing condition. We've got the manual. We have a little sort of comic strip thing, and then we have the cartridge in the box. And is there anything else? Yep, there is. We have Parker Brothers Video Games Club. Basically just has some releases and things like that, and a reg card. So that's pretty cool to have all that. So that's Action Force. Yeah, and that's it for the 2600. Again, concentrating more on the Nintendo stuff. There is still a few I really need to get for the Atari. Defender being one of them. River Raid, is that what it's called? Game Boy. Let's do some Game Boy games. Like I said, there's still quite a lot on the way. A whole bunch coming from the US, which includes a couple of games that I've been after for a very long time. Very, very long time. There's a couple here actually which I've been after for a while. Well, there's only two actually. I forgot the others, so I'll stick them in the next vid. But the first one, this one is an absolute bastard to get. That's Darkman. Yeah, this is a pain in the arse to get hold of. Back when I was really looking for it a few months ago, before I gave up. There was a couple in America, maybe even only one in America actually, but they wouldn't ship to the UK. And then there was another one actually from a UK seller, but the cartridge was messed up too badly. The label really badly faded and yellowed. So that was it. And then one did appear. I forget where from. It wasn't eBay UK though. Well, the postage that they wanted was extortionate, so I gave up. And then this one appeared on eBay UK, so I grabbed it. Next up is Snow Brothers. Again, it's not that difficult to pick up, but it does command quite a high price actually. You know, you're talking 15-20 quid just for that. I think I got it for a little bit less than that as a buy now best offer. Next up, Total Carnage, which just arrived this morning, and it's cool. Next, Mousetrap Hotel, another one. It's a bit of an uncommon game. Yeah. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Again, this came this morning, and it's god awful. It really is. The controls are pants. But again, it's fairly uncommon, I suppose. Black versus the Juggernauts. This is a game which I had when I was a kid, which is for another video. So I finally got that. Really cheap as well. Cartridge was a bit messed up, but I managed to clean it. So I think I got that for about £1. Next is a bit of a rarity, Bart and the Beanstalk. But again, it's not very good. What can you do? This one I hinted at in the sort of last video, and that's Blaster Master Boy. Another one, not too rare or uncommon, but it does command a bit of money. It's alright as well actually. Next, Burger Time Deluxe, another one that arrived this morning. That was really cheap, came with the manual. £5, £5.99 I think it was, including postage. Lastly, so the last one I'm going to show now today. I didn't even know this existed on the Game Boy. I found it by complete random on eBay. I think in similar items or something like that. But yeah, I didn't know. I do have the disc on the Amiga. It's a great game. I know it's one of Nestastic's favourites. And to find it on the Game Boy is brilliant. Rodland or Rodland, I don't know. It's awesome. It's really good on the Game Boy, I think. And the last bit of Game Boy I'm going to show you is it's another part of my plan really with my systems, my main systems that I'm keeping and you know, hopefully expanding upon. And that's the idea, is basically to get at least one working unit, a worker, and then a boxed system. So I managed to pick this up, a boxed Game Boy. Box is in really nice condition. Unfortunately, it's one of the later releases, 1993. So it's not the original box with the sort of robotic lawnmower man type hands. But you know, it's alright. We are fully complete, got everything in there, all the leaflets and whatnot. But it came with a black Game Boy. which is I think a part of the Play It Loud series. So basically, I'm using that black Game Boy now to to play it on, and instead I've chucked in my original grey Game Boy in there. In the NES pickup video, which I don't think is up anymore on my channel, I did, obviously in that video I got the boxed NES, which is up there actually. It says the NES version, but it was actually the Mattel version system inside, which I wasn't bothered about. I'm still not bothered about because, as I said, the Mattel one was the one I had. But I did sort of mention that I would eventually look at getting a cheap NES. So I did. Here we go. It's the NES version. Which actually, I didn't know this, but the top is sort of textured. The Mattel version is completely smooth. So yeah, got this for 20 quid, which I think's a pretty good price. I've been looking around all over the place, everywhere, not just on eBay, but prices really they're very silly for NES stuff. So I managed to get this, like I say, for £20. It was very dirty. It looked like the kid who had owned it at some point just scribbled pencil all over it, but it's come up really nice. There's no yellowing, there's no cracks or anything like that. So yeah, that's cool. There was one problem with it, that's the flashing red light, which is a bugger, but that's easy enough to sort out. Right, NES games. I've got an awful lot. Oh dear. Yeah, just one more thing as well with the NES. In that last video, the pickup video for the NES, I did have a list of all the games I had when I was a kid, and a couple of games that I wanted to get based off, back in the day. I've done it. I've got them all. Apart from Probotector 2, that's not happening. That is just not happening. I'm not paying that kind of money for that. There's no way. So yeah. Right. Where do we go? Where do we start? Bloody hell. Oy. Well, I'm going to start with this one actually. Although there is a couple. Oh dear, I've messed up now. Right. Before I start, I just want to say a big thank you to the Ryan Shand. I'm not sure what video it was doing. It was I think it was an NES pickup video, and Ryan just gave a little top tip for picking up any boxed NES games and getting the manual separately, and hopefully saving a bit of cash. So yeah, I mean, I actually hadn't thought of that before. I don't know why. It's kind of common sense. But yeah, didn't think of it, and I've done it with a couple of games, and I think I've saved a bit of cash, a little bit, from buying them fully complete. And the first one I got is Warrior Fighter. Yeah, another reason why the video was a little bit delayed is because I was waiting on these Sentinel boxes. Yeah, so they're all nicely boxed up. Yes, this was really cheap. I think it was $7.99. I think it was. It didn't come with a manual, but there was a manual going at the time from another seller. So now that's fully boxed and complete, and it's a pretty good game actually. I do have it on the Game Boy, so I was interested to see what it's like, on the NES. It's pretty good. The controls are mental, just like on the Game Boy. It takes quite a while to adjust, but it's cool. And the next one is Tiny Toon Adventures, which I think I might have overpaid for slightly. Well, this was another one which came without a manual, and I managed to get a manual separately. So altogether, I may have slightly overpaid, but it's alright. Awesome game. Awesome game. And actually, just to repay the favour, if you're watching, Ryan. Actually, no, I've just messed up. Because I wanted to also say thanks to Ryan again for this. Wrath of the Black Manta, which came up in his favourite games. Was it favourite games? And this appeared for the NES. So I got it. Pretty much based on your recommendation, dude. Plus it was really cheap. £11 all in. And it's in really nice condition as well, actually. The game itself, though, I'm not that big a fan, if I'm honest. It's not terrible. It's a decent enough game. Well, I suppose it all depends on whether you have memories of it. I do remember seeing the game back in the day, whenever that was. But I might have moved on to the Megadrive by then, actually. But yeah, I'm glad I've got it. Really nice artwork, and it was also, like I say, really cheap. It's a good, solid game. It is a good, solid game. Thanks, Ryan, for that. And to, like I said, to repay the favour, you may have this already. You may know about it. I'm not too sure. But if you're not, definitely look into getting this one. And that's Blue Shadow, again with amazing Japanese anime manga artwork on the front, just like with Black Manta. It's a pretty cool game, very similar to Ninja Gaiden, very, very similar. It was actually called something else in America, and I don't know what. But yeah, this was a really funny one actually. Another one on eBay. It was an auction. I'm pretty sure it was an auction. But the description just said, it's in good condition. Didn't mention a manual. There was no manual in the picture either. So I ended up winning it for like £5, I think, £5 something. And then it came, and there's a manual inside. Bonus. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Next, Isolated Warrior. This was another which appeared in my last video. This the sneaky peek video. Yeah, it's a top quality game. It's a shooter, 3D isometric shooter sort of. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Next up, this came from a online web shop called Console Mad. I'm sure most of you guys have probably heard of it. I've actually picked up a few things from them. A couple of Gameboy games which I've not shown you. And also, I think a couple of Super Famicom games. And also another couple of NES games which we'll get to eventually. This was £9. Russian Attack. £9 for an NES boxed game. Got an old Woolworths price sticker up there. £12.75. I don't mind these kind of stickers, so I'm going to leave that there. Box, it's got a few bits of wear here and there, which you can't really tell because of these protectors. But £9 for that is awesome, I think. So that's that. Next up, this was a pickup. Based off a recommendation, I think, from Nestastic, although somebody else recommended it to him. I forget who. I'm not sure. But I did pick this up actually in loose cart form a while ago. I got a couple of NES loose carts just because they were so cheap. I found them out in the wild, which never ever happened. There was this one which I'm about to show you, Mario 3, Adventures of Bayou Billy, which is god awful, and this one. So I upgraded this one off of eBay, and that's Roller Games. Bit of damage on the back of the box. I'm not bothered. I'm not too fussed about condition really for the NES boxes. Wear and tear. I don't mind it. I quite like wear and tear actually. Obviously, if there's all permanent marker and all that crap on it, then I probably wouldn't bother. But it's all right. It's a pretty good game. I think it's quite hard though. Next up, I'll do this one first. It's Totally Rad, which unfortunately has a big stain on the box. You can probably see that there. that does kind of bother me, but it's quite difficult or uncommon to find this game box complete, so I thought, you know what, I'll live with it for now, and if I come across another one, I'll replace the box. But other than that, it's in really nice condition, and it's a pretty good game as well, actually. It's sort of like Mega Man in a way, Mega Man mixed with Metroid, a little bit. It's got some good music though. Next up is a game which I think I remember wanting when I was a kid, just because it's based off of a TV show. And yeah, so now I finally got it again, really cheap. It's Airwolf in very good condition. The box protector makes it look even better, to be honest. Yeah, Airwolf. It's okay. The Airwolf theme is replicated a little bit, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I forget how much that was actually. £7 something, I think. Can't remember. Where are we going next? I'm going to do this one. This one's the last one I managed to grab. This was a part of my childhood games, which I was umming and ahhing about getting. There is another one which I'm not going to get because I don't see the point. So yeah, I got this really cheap again, box complete, £5 something, free postage. Fortunately, the seller didn't say that the box has graffiti on it, but it is Mission Impossible, and the graffiti is the fact that the Mission Impossible writing's been coloured in with, I think, red crayon, which I tried to get off. It won't budge. So does it bother me all that much? Not really, I suppose, because I wasn't going to bother getting this because it's pants. I remember being so disappointed when I got this, but you know, I thought I've got to get it, especially for that price, £5 something. It's box complete. So yeah, maybe I'll look into replacing that box, or maybe not. I don't know. Next up, Captain Skyhawk. Awesome game. Can be picked up very cheaply, especially on loose cart. Very common game. Even though it was released quite later on, 1991. Yeah, it's cool. For an NES game, it looks fantastic. Definitely recommend that one. Definitely. Where are we going now? I'll save them. Oh, here's another one, which was another game I had when I was a kid. I wasn't too fussed about picking it up though. But again, it was pretty cheap, £7 something, for a box complete version. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get it. And that's Swords and Serpents. Yeah, I remember getting this. 1990. Yeah, I do remember getting it thinking, I don't know if I thought it or my cousin or a friend thought it was like Gauntlet, which it's not at all. So again, I was a bit disappointed when I got it back then, but I played the hell out of it. So I'm kind of glad, based off nostalgia, I'm so glad I've got it again. And for the price as well, which was so cheap. It is box complete. There's a bit of damage, a bit of wear and tear to the manual and to the box, but I don't care. It's good enough for me. So that's Swords and Serpents. Next up, I want to quickly talk about this one. This was another purchase from Console Nav. I'll actually do the other one as well. They have all their games listed in region format, so I checked out the PAL NES games, and I saw this one there. And I didn't really know much about it. I was just attracted to the price, which was £6. But I couldn't find it anywhere on eBay UK. It didn't exist. I checked out some other places, it didn't exist. So I figured it was an American game, but I wasn't too sure at the time. I don't know why. So I decided to get it based on the price. And it is Karnov. For £6, you can't complain at that. So yeah, I decided to get it. And obviously I found out it was a US only game. So then I was thinking maybe I'll just sell it. But what I'm thinking about doing is picking up some US NES games, a la Nestastic. Just because there's quite a lot which never got released in Europe. So that's a good excuse, really. So I'm going to disable the lockout chip on the old NES, and I'll pick up some US games because they're so cheap in America, North America. Over here it's ridiculous. But anyway, the last one from Console Mad, which was again really cheap. I'm pretty sure this was £4.50. I'm pretty sure it was. Tecmo World Wrestling, regarded as the best wrestling game on the system by a lot of people. And yeah, I'm really glad to get it anyway, especially boxed. I don't think there's a manual, can't remember. There might not be a manual, but regardless, I'm glad to get it for that price. Next, another one which I wasn't going to bother picking up because I wanted it. I wanted this game, but after watching a YouTube video on the gameplay, and I'm pretty sure I played it on an emulator, and I didn't like it. I've got this on the Game Boy as well. This is pretty much the same as the Game Boy version, which I don't like. I just don't like it. But again, it was so cheap, for £7 something. I thought, you know what, for that kind of price, I've got to get it. Maybe I'll get on with it after a while. RoboCop 2, box complete, £7, £7 something maybe. Well, yeah, I can't get on with this game at all. I think I've mentioned that the magazines in the past did quite highly rate this game. I personally don't think it's anywhere near as good as the original RoboCop. But even the original RoboCop on the NES is not that good either. But I've got it now. Half an hour? What the hell? I've got so much to get through. Next up, Bad Dudes vs Dragon Ninja. Box complete. Bit of pen mark to the barcode. I may try and get that off. I may just leave it. I'm not sure. It's alright. It's a well-known release for the system. Next up, very happy with this one. Gradius. $13.99, which is a fantastic price. Again, a bit of damage to the top of the box. For that kind of money, I don't give a crap. You can't find this box copy of Gradius for that kind of money. The seller listed it as that just because of the slight damage to the box. But it does look a bit better in the protector, so you know. Next up, Tom and Jerry. Box complete, very good condition. Happy with that one. Next, we'll do this one. Rad Racer. Again, pretty cheap. I forget the price. I'm really sorry. But yeah, there is 3D glasses included in the box. Next up, this is another one which I wasn't going to pick up, to be honest. It was a game I had when I was a kid, and even though it's pretty rubbish, I kind of enjoyed it. But I've since got it on the Megadrive, so I wasn't too bothered about getting the NES version as well. So I came across this copy for pretty cheap, and just decided, you know what, to hell with it. I'm going to get the NES version, and I'll sell on or trade in my Mega Drive version of Bat vs Space Mutants. Box complete. Again, very very good price on that one. Less than £10. So yeah. And just to go along with that one, I also got Bat vs the World. Again, box complete, very good condition. Label slightly peeling on the cart. A bit of a shame, but I'll sort that out at some point. So that's that. Next up, Snake Rattle and Roll, which is a game I really wanted back in the day. Yeah, this another one that's got really good reviews in most magazines at the time. And yeah, it's cool. It's a good game. Right, now we get into the good stuff. Good stuff. Do these next. DuckTales. Again, got really lucky with this one. Again, like I say, again, the box, yeah, it's a bit worn. Not too bad, I suppose, for the price, which was £7 something. But DuckTales. Can't complain at that. Yeah, classic. DuckTales. Sticking with the Disney theme, another game from I had when I was back in the day. Oh my god, I can't speak anymore. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Fully boxed, complete. Bit of damage to the back of the box where the hang tab has been removed. It's just faded slightly. Not that bothered really. It's box complete, very good condition despite that. So glad to have that one. Right, do them last actually. Next up, another one I wanted. Well, I don't know if I wanted it, but I remember back in the day, it always intrigued me. So I managed to get this, which again I forget the price. Wasn't too much though, somewhere between £9 and £12, and it's in mint condition. A Boy and His Blob. Yeah, the seller listed this as very good condition, but he wanted to list it as like new, and I can't blame him on that. It's absolutely flawless. Slight little crease to the corner there, nothing really. But yeah, 100% complete, amazing condition. Very happy to get that one. Next up, very happy to get this. Another one I had when I was a kid. Spy vs Spy. Again, very, very good condition. Box is definitely an 8 out of 10. Everything's inside as well, even a Club Nintendo registration card. Yeah, very happy to get that. Next up, this one will please Shenmuzo, if you're still watching, or if you're watching at all, dude. Yeah, Ben sent me a loose cart to this game a while ago. No, he didn't send me a loose cart, sorry, he sent me the box and the manual. He did send me a loose cart, but that was for another game. Yeah, he sent me the box and manual for this game, which was awesome of him. And then I was looking to try and get a loose cart, but I saw the prices that they were going for. The buy now prices were totally unrealistic. And I did bid on a couple, I was watching a couple, but they all slipped away. So I just decided, as I've been having this clear out, I've been making a little bit of extra money with the sales, so I thought, bugger it, I owe it to Ben to pick up this game, and so I have. Finally. Zelda 2. You can see the cartridge is in there. The gold plating's a bit scuffed here and there, but I'm not bothered. And just to make it a little bit more complete, dude, I've also popped in a polystyrene block on the bottom. Very careful here. Yeah, I've popped in a polystyrene block, and come on game. I also popped in a Club Nintendo Reg card. Oh, and that's it. Well, there we go. Just so you know, I have got the game. So cheers, dude, for that. I thought I put something else in there. Maybe I didn't yet. Oh well. So anyway, yes. Right, the last three, which I'm super happy about. Super Mario Brothers, the original Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, I can't believe I actually got this. It was listed on eBay. Must have been a short, 1 day, 3-day or whatever. Very low starting bid of $1.99, $2.99, something like that. One bidder on it. I popped in a really low bid for this game anyway. I think £9-10, and I got it for £6 something. Shit you not. Pretty sure it's £6, maybe £7 something, £6 or £7 something for a box complete Super Mario Brothers. Yes, that was a good day, and that spurred me on to pick this up. Yeah, again, this one is in mint condition, absolutely flawless. Super Mario Brothers 2, box complete, red card, poster, the works, nice and solid. Yeah, almost as good as my Solar Jetman box, and also Boy in His Blood now. Wasn't cheap. I'm not saying how much it was. You can guess in the comments if you like, but it wasn't cheap, considering the condition of it. Next, replaced my loose cart with this. Again, very cheap. Super Mario 3. Which still has the hang tab on the back. It did have a big sticker going all the way across there from, I think it was another Woolworth sticker. The same actually on Chippendale. A massive long strip going across the front of the box. So I'm guessing maybe that was why some people weren't bidding on this thing. But you know what? I've got it off completely flawlessly. No damage at all taking that sticker off. And this was £8 something. For a box complete Mario 3, £8 something. You can't go wrong with that. Really can't. And it's a classic. So, all 3 Marios boxed and complete. And that's it. That's the end of the NES journey. Just one more video to do, which is going to be Super Famicom stuff and Game Boy stuff. Mainly Super Famicom stuff. Don't know when that's going to be though. It could be a couple of weeks, as these things are coming from Japan. So we'll see. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks again to Ben Chamuzo and Ryan Ranchan. I'll put links to their channels below, although anybody watching this knows those guys anyway. But you never know, on the off chance. Right, I'm going to go, guys. Cheers for watching. If anybody's watching, take it easy.